Hi crafters, welcome to Paulette's Pretty Paper Crafts. This is June 8th and it's the 8th day of Kathy Racusen's 30-day color challenge. When I get a new stamp or stamp set, I like to sit down and stamp it out onto watercolor paper with some StazOn Jet Black ink or Ranger Archival ink. I have found that I do need to let that ink rest. I either need to stamp it the night before and come back and color my images the next day, or I need to dry it with a heat gun. Go eat lunch, something like that. We're going to color this sheet in today's tutorial with the Crayola washable markers. It's just a really fast and easy way to do coloring. I try to space these out so I can cut them out with some nested dies if I want to, or a punch, and that way I can make tags for gifts, and it's just really quick and easy and very forgiving. So let's get started. Cream of the crop, the best, the easy of it is that you just sit down and start doodling. It's assembly line and it goes super fast. If you were doing invitations or anything like that, oh my gosh, you could get done so fast. Now I did learn that with my little critters, if I go ahead and put my gold in there first, there's my alarm to take my leave, and I already did, then I don't have to come back and highlight. So I'm just going to scribble that on. And it's going to blend and melt. And I got a little on his face. I'll come back and wash that out. Let's do that right now before it sits on there too long. Get my aqua painter going. Where is that? Right here. Just going to push it out into the hair there. And you can even pick it up with your finger. I'm going to do a little bit of that pink on the feet too. I don't want a ton of pink out there though. So just kind of hitting the toes each side, that little heel mark. And this is just fast coloring. I like to do that black stamping with some StazOn or some Ranger Archival Jet Black, and I've already tossed those. This is my second attempt at filming this video. I've already tossed those ink pads somewhere. I do like to let my black stamping rest, and I do, you can hit it with the heat tool or walk away, go get a drink, go get a snack, come back. I do like to space them out so that if I want to use a shaped die around these, I can. And I just love it. I just love it. All right, enough talking. Let's get snapping. Let's get cracking here. I think I'm just going to use some green on this bow. And again, like we did that big giant flower, you can just go fast. Scribble your color on. Keep a rockin'. Let's see, what color should we do? Let's do a nice light blue. I'm not going to worry about those dots on the package. If I want to come back when this dries and put purple in there or something, I certainly can. This is supposed to be a fast tutorial. I forgot the little hands, so just gonna almost draw a circle around them, on top of them. And when we add the water to it, if it's too much, I can always go back and dilute it out a little bit more. I'm going to take this dark brown and kind of outline the different little things like the arm, the leg, down here. I'm also going to outline up here around the outside. This is just so quick and easy. And I like to do these up if I'm bored and I don't have any mojo. You know, you hear people talk about, oh, they lost their mojo, it went on vacation. You can sit down and just do this and color. You don't have to create anything. You can just color. For me, the coloring part is the relaxing part, the fun part. It's no stress. Okay, I'm going to go back in with this kind of lighter brown, which is also going to be a little bit, it's darker than what you think it is, but I'm going to go in and brush kind of in the direction of those little furry hair. Just right over that yellow. Right on over it. And the cool thing about this is when you add the water, it just all blends beautifully. You can let it dry. You can come back as many times as you want and add things into it. I just love it. It's just so forgiving, just like any other watercolor. Only you have a little bit more control. And it's small. I think coloring these small images, if you have been here following this from June 1st, you know, you heard me talk about those large floral images like the Mondo Magnolia and the Jumbo Dahlia that I've already done. Those big images kind of scare me. I didn't have any art training, and so I just kind of having to find my way. I watched a lot of tutorials online and learned how to stamp and what inks I needed to stamp with, and so I wish I could take an art class somewhere that was a nice, no pressure, no craziness like that year I took art in college. Oh my gosh, just had the rudest teacher and just acted like we were a moron if we didn't know how to already shade and highlight and all that. And I had no idea. I didn't have art in school because I was in marching band and choir, and they considered that was our physical, our PE, and our art qualification. Okay. Now, I may wish that I had put a little bit of that kind of Caucasian color. I'm going to scribble just a little bit of it right down here, and if I need to pick some of that up, if I decide to put some of that on his face, we can do that. I'm also going to put, let's see, what can I put up here? I'm going to put another acrylic block here just so my color that's already down there doesn't bleed through. I'm going to move that over so I can see what I'm doing, and too many things that are blocking my light. All right, we're just going to start right here on the package, and I've got way too much water in my pen. So that really diluted that out. Let's move down here. I've got a mark there somehow. Now you can just keep going. I'm going to do all the bows and then go back and do whatever the next section I want to do is. One of the keys to doing any watercolor is that you don't do a section right next to the section you just did. So I would not come back and do the package because it would bleed into the other part of that. So let's just do these feet. And I've got too much water again. I'm going to take some of that back out of there. Do these feet. And the cool thing about doing this too is by the time you get down to the last one, the first one is pretty dry. So you can just go on to another section. And I feel like I'm getting got too much pink going on there. That one's feet were pretty pinky. So I'm going to get rid of some of that color. But I'm just doing kind of little circles there, just to dilute that and move it around where I want to. And I'm going to go ahead and go in here and start doing the fur. And I'm just going in circles. And I'm going to get rid of some of that brown because I've got three colors in there. And I'm going to push some of that out there where the fur would be sticking up a little bit. Tuck it under his foot. And do this over here. And right there. And I do think I want to pick up this color here and do the face. So we'll do that when we get down there. Let's go ahead and do the fur on everybody here. These hedgies are so cute. These are penny black hedgies. I just love all of those little penny black critters. The mice are my favorite. There's some really cute little cats in some of these sets too, and little cute dogs. We'll have to do some more mice. I do love house mouse too. And I'll have to do a house mouse image before we get done here. I missed the day that Kathy did the Lawn Fawn Lovin' Breakfast. I just got that set, and I haven't shared it yet, over at Scrapbooks Forever in Branson, which is an amazing store, by the way. So if you're over in Branson, be sure and stop in there. Oh my gosh, for such a small store, I'm going to say small store, they have a very small stamp and die section, but it is jam-packed. Oh my gosh. There were so many things I had a hard time staying focused and trying to find what I wanted. And then a big part of the store is paper. Lots of cardstock and paper. I want to go back. Towards the end of this month, they're having a, oh gosh, my brain is just not working. Some kind of big sale. And I'm like, oh, I need to go back. I need to go back. I bought Lawn Fawn stuff that was on my wish list that I still have to share. Now, can you see the difference? Let me see if I can raise this up. See the difference between the colored ones and the one that I just doodled on. Where's the light? Oh, one of my light bulbs has burned out, and I'm just having a terrible time with lighting. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this little guy, and then we're going to move on to the flower. Poke some of that past the hairline there. And actually, this stamp set with this hedgie came from that Scrapbooks Forever store several years ago. My daughter and I were over there, and she bought me 2 sets while we were there. Okay, let's go ahead and do this little blue that's on the packages. My aqua pen is getting quite ragged on the end. I wish I'd bought two. This is the Pentel Aqua Painter, and I got it off of Amazon, and it was a really great price. It was about $6. And I've just used the Dickens out of it. When I clean it tonight, I need to, if you will, kind of go in a circular motion. It will pull those back up together, but they're getting pretty frayed. Okay, we need to do the hands, but it's too close to that, so let's go on to the flower. I think I chose these three colors for the flower. This kind of dark red for the dark parts. And another thing I really love about this is you can just, just go crazy. Do what you want. It makes me feel very artistic. And I'm really just following all of the lines that the artist has already put in here. And not even following them really well. I guess I skipped this one. And I'm going to put a, just like there was another petal folded there. For that one, let's throw some of this green in here. And I think I need some of that on the bottom of those as well. Okay. And then I'm just gonna scribble in some of this lighter red up here at the top of the petals and a little bit there. And we're going to take the aqua painter, and let's see if I can't get my paper towel back up here. All right. And for me, I think I get a better flow if I just do all of the same, like do all those buds at the same time. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the flowers just. But like I'll come back and do all the green area. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that color because each flower has plenty of color. And gosh, I did not go around. What was I doing? I was talking too much. I didn't quite go around the top of some of those on that flower. I can't talk and do anything at the same time. Okay, and then this last one. Just use my aqua painter there a little bit and get it going. There, okay. All right, let's pop back up to the top here and see if we can dilute these little hands. I'm going to wipe off that color. It was diluting pretty good, but I didn't want to keep carrying it on down. Okay, I'm going to go in here and get some of this and get some water going right here next to it. I'm going to pick up some of this little kind of Caucasian skin tone, and I'm going to go right over those little rosy cheeks and kind of down here in that belly area. And I've got just a little bit of blue creeping down. Okay, hopefully I picked that up. And let's just keep it going. But see what I mean? How quick, I mean, you can just flit through a bunch of coloring in a relatively short amount of time compared to like Copic coloring or regular watercolor painting. Gosh, it's too late, I guess. I guess it's too late. I'm too tired. Okay. So quickie, let's do these right here. I picked out this orange. Did I pick out that red? I do not think I picked out that red. We were using red on the flower, but you know, I do need a dark, another dark. Let's start with this orange. And then we've got one down here. And I hope I'm still in camera. And we're going to do some green. If I had a brain, I would just be doing a V there instead of causing extra work for myself by drawing two lines. So there we go. Let's put a little bit, I'm thinking maybe some yellow up here at the tip of these leaves. And the cool thing about doing repeated image is you get in a really nice flow. All right, I think I'm going to use this kind of maroon or magenta and just put it on the bottom of my berries. Okay, now when we get, let's see, we're done with that. I can lay my paper towel right there. I'm going to do the berries first. And I'm just going to touch them. Just adding water to blend those colors. It doesn't require a lot because these are the washable markers. They're going to dilute and spread out, and that's just going to look like I watercolored it when we're done. Got a little too much water going there. Pick up some of that. And you can go back and pick up color. Pull that color out if those are too dark for you. Okay, swirl and clean, and now we're ready to do just this very quick. I'm just dragging the green up into the yellow, and that's it. I got into the berry right there a little bit, and I got outside the line, so make sure your brush is clean and just scrub right next to that. Pick it up with your finger, pull it back into the image, or just brush it away. Brush it out into the nether regions there. I'm going the wrong direction. That one got a little bleached out. And that's it. There we have some gorgeous berries and some flowers. I could come back in there and add a little bit darker to the flowers. Boy, I'm going to have to work out my lighting issue, aren't I? Where is that darker red color? Let's put a little bit more of that right in here. And you could just leave that. I could just leave that if I want to, but I like to go ahead and add a little bit of water in there. Move it around. Pull a little bit off of that little edge of that petal. Boy, I hope this shows up better than it's looking from my end. So as usual, if you have any questions, be sure and let me know.